In a world where chaos seems to reign supreme, we find ourselves at a crossroads. The headlines are filled with stories of wars, economic collapse, and natural disasters that strike with increasing frequency. It's as if the very fabric of our reality is unraveling before our eyes. People everywhere are chasing after wealth, luxury, and comfort, believing that material possessions will provide them with the security they desperately seek. Yet, despite their riches, a profound emptiness lingers in many hearts, a quiet fear whispering that something inevitable is on the horizon. As we navigate these turbulent times, many choose to ignore the signs, dismissing them as mere coincidences. Others drown their concerns in distractions, entertainment, and the relentless pursuit of money. However, deep down, even the most skeptical among us can feel the weight of uncertainty pressing against our souls. This is not just another discussion about the apocalypse, it's about the choices that lie ahead for every individual on earth. A choice between deception and truth, between fear and faith, between destruction and salvation. Jesus spoke of these times long ago, and his words are more relevant today than ever. He warned us that the greatest danger would not come from wars or economic turmoil, but from deception itself. In a world filled with half-truths and misleading promises, we must remain vigilant and discerning. But how can we do that? How can we navigate the stormy seas of misinformation and emerge unscathed? Today, we will delve deep into these topics, exploring the signs of the times and the profound truths that lie within Jesus' prophecies. But before we dive in, I invite you to engage with us. Share your thoughts in the comments below. What do you think is the greatest deception of our time? Your voice matters, and I'll be reading and responding to every comment. Also, if you find value in our discussion and want to stay informed about the truth in a world filled with lies, please take a moment to like this video and subscribe to our channel. Our goal is to reach 1,000 subscribers, and your support can help us spread this important message even further. Together, we can navigate these uncertain times and uncover the truth that lies beneath the surface. So, stick around as we unravel the mysteries of our world and the powerful messages that Jesus left for us. Let's embark on this journey together, and remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Throughout history, humanity has been captivated by the allure of power, wealth, and self-sufficiency. As nations rise and fall, the relentless pursuit of control remains a constant theme. People chase after riches, believing that material possessions will provide them with the security they crave. Yet, in this quest for comfort, many remain blissfully unaware of the profound dangers lurking beneath the surface. Jesus warned us of a time when deception would reign supreme, a time when many would be led astray by false narratives cloaked in partial truths. He cautioned, "Take heed that no one deceives you." This warning rings louder today than ever before. The greatest threat we face is not necessarily from wars or economic collapse, it is the subtle, insidious nature of deception that blinds us to reality. False messiahs and misleading teachings infiltrate every aspect of our lives, from politics to culture. People are seduced by promises of hope and salvation that ultimately lead them into darkness. The media spins narratives that shift like sand, creating an environment where truth becomes subjective and morality is redefined. In this chaotic landscape, it is all too easy to be lured into a false sense of security, believing that wealth and status can shield us from the inevitable tribulations of life. As we navigate this era of uncertainty, we must remain grounded in the truth. The Bible serves as our unshakable foundation, illuminating the path through the murky waters of deception. Those who cling to God's Word and prioritize spiritual truths over material gain will find the strength to stand firm. As the world spirals into chaos, the time to awaken from complacency is now. We must recognize the signs and prepare ourselves for the challenges that lie ahead, ensuring that we are not swept away by the currents of deception. Everywhere we look, the world is unraveling. Wars are escalating, economies teeter on the brink of collapse, and natural disasters strike with a frequency that is hard to ignore. These events are not mere coincidences, they serve as urgent signs, markers indicating that something far greater is at play. As tensions rise between nations and conflict becomes the norm, we must ask ourselves, what are these signs trying to tell us? Jesus warned us of such tumultuous times, stating that we would hear of wars and rumors of wars, urging us not to be troubled. Yet, how can we remain calm in the face of such chaos? Each conflict and disaster is a wake-up call, reminding us that the world has turned away from its foundational truths. The relentless pursuit of material wealth and personal gain blinds many to the reality of their circumstances. Instead of seeking divine guidance, people place their trust in fragile systems that ultimately lead to disillusionment. As we witness famines and pestilences spreading across the globe, it becomes increasingly clear that our reliance on human ingenuity and strength is insufficient. The world is more fragile than we care to admit, and no amount of wealth can insulate us from the consequences of our choices. In our quest for comfort, we forget that true security comes not from accumulation but from faith and trust in a higher power. These signs are not meant to incite fear, rather, they are meant to awaken us. They encourage us to reflect on our priorities and the paths we choose. Are we chasing after fleeting pleasures, or are we seeking the eternal truths that anchor our souls? The time to discern the signs is now, as they beckon us to reconsider our place in this ever-changing world and to align ourselves with a purpose that transcends the chaos around us. In the midst of external turmoil, a more insidious transformation is taking place within the hearts of individuals. As the world around us becomes increasingly chaotic, many find themselves grappling with feelings of despair, loneliness, and disconnection. The values that once held communities together are fading, replaced by a culture of self-interest and isolation. The human heart, once a reservoir of empathy and compassion, now often beats in tune with the rhythm of selfishness and apathy. This shift is not merely a societal issue, it reflects a deeper spiritual crisis. People are searching for fulfillment in material possessions, social media validation, and transient pleasures, yet these pursuits leave them feeling emptier than before. The deeper longing for connection, purpose, and meaning is overshadowed by the distractions of modern life. As individuals retreat into their own bubbles, the fabric of community frays, leaving many feeling more alone than ever. Jesus spoke of the heart as the wellspring of life, emphasizing that what flows from within ultimately shapes our actions and interactions. Today, it is essential to recognize that the changes in our hearts affect not only our personal lives but also the world at large. A heart hardened by cynicism and despair can lead to indifference towards the suffering of others, while a heart open to love and compassion can spark transformation and hope. As we confront these changes, We must strive to cultivate a heart that seeks understanding rather than judgment, compassion rather than indifference. It is in this shift that we can begin to mend the fractures within ourselves and our communities. By fostering genuine connections and prioritizing the well-being of others, we can counter the prevailing tide of selfishness. The time has come to re-examine the condition of our hearts, acknowledging that true change begins from within and ripples outward, influencing the world we inhabit. In a world fraught with uncertainty, the human desire for security is instinctual. However, this quest for safety can lead us down a treacherous path, where we seek refuge in illusions rather than truth. Many place their trust in material wealth, believing that financial stability can shield them from life's unpredictability. Yet, this form of security is often a mirage, promising comfort while leaving individuals vulnerable to the harsh realities that lie beneath the surface. As economic systems fluctuate and global events unfold, the foundations of this false security begin to crumble. People invest their hopes in job titles, bank accounts, and possessions, mistakenly thinking that these external factors will provide lasting peace. However, when crises strike, be it a sudden job loss, a market crash, or a natural disaster, the very things we relied upon for security can vanish in an instant, leaving us feeling exposed and helpless. Moreover, this dependence on worldly security can dull our spiritual senses, making us blind to the true source of our safety. In prioritizing material gain over spiritual fulfillment, we risk becoming disconnected from the deeper truths that anchor our souls. Jesus warned against this false sense of security, urging individuals to build their lives on a foundation of faith rather than the shifting sands of the material world. In recognizing the danger of false security, we are called to shift our focus. True security is not found in possessions or status but in a relationship with the divine. Cultivating faith, trust, and resilience is essential in navigating life's storms. By anchoring ourselves in spiritual truths, we can weather any crisis with grace and courage, understanding that our true worth and security lie not in what we possess but in who we are and the values we uphold. In the face of overwhelming darkness and despair, the human spirit yearns for a glimmer of hope. This longing for light amid chaos reflects an innate desire to believe that, despite the challenges we encounter, a brighter future is possible. Throughout history, hope has been a powerful force, inspiring countless individuals to rise above adversity and strive for a better world. In turbulent times, this message of hope becomes even more crucial, reminding us that we are not alone in our struggles. At the heart of this hope lies the unwavering belief in the possibility of transformation. While the world may seem filled with negativity and strife, there are countless stories of resilience and courage that shine through the darkness. Communities come together to support one another, acts of kindness emerge in unexpected places, and individuals find strength they never knew they possessed. These moments serve as reminders that hope is not merely an abstract concept but a tangible force that can drive meaningful change. Jesus' teachings resonate profoundly in this context, offering a promise of redemption and renewal. His message reassures us that even in our lowest moments, there is a path toward healing and restoration. The gospel spreads like a beacon of light, encouraging us to embrace love, compassion, and forgiveness. This divine message invites us to look beyond our circumstances and recognize the potential for growth and transformation within ourselves and our communities. As we navigate the complexities of life, it is essential to hold on to this message of hope, allowing it to guide our actions and decisions. By nurturing a hopeful outlook, we can inspire others to join us in the pursuit of justice, peace, and understanding. In a world that often feels divided, let us be the bearers of hope, reminding each other that, despite the darkness, the promise of a brighter tomorrow is always within reach. Together, we can cultivate a future filled with possibility, where love triumphs over fear and hope prevails against despair. As we journey through life, we inevitably arrive at pivotal moments that demand our attention and reflection. The choices we make shape not only our own destinies but also the lives of those around us. In a world marked by uncertainty and turmoil, the urgency of making the right choice becomes paramount. Each decision, whether small or monumental, contributes to a larger narrative that unfolds in our lives and the lives of others. The final choice is one that transcends the mundane. It is the choice between truth and deception, between love and fear, between hope and despair. It is a crossroads where we must confront our values and beliefs, weighing the consequences of our actions against the backdrop of an ever-changing world. This choice is not merely about personal preferences, it embodies a moral imperative that reverberates through time and space. In moments of crisis, it can be all too easy to succumb to fear and uncertainty, allowing external pressures to dictate our paths. However, it is precisely in these moments that we must anchor ourselves in our convictions. The teachings of Jesus remind us that we are called to stand firm in our faith, to embody love and compassion even when faced with adversity. This final choice invites us to look beyond ourselves, to consider the impact of our decisions on the broader tapestry of humanity. Ultimately, the final choice is a call to action. It challenges us to align our lives with our beliefs, to seek truth in a world rife with falsehoods. By choosing to act with integrity, kindness, and courage, we can create ripples of change that extend far beyond our immediate circles. As we navigate this intricate dance of life, let us be mindful of the choices we make, understanding that they hold the power to shape not only our own destinies but also the future of the world around us. In embracing this call, we find purpose, meaning, and the strength to face whatever lies ahead. In a world filled with challenges and uncertainties, the need for a call to action has never been more pressing. Each of us possesses the power to influence change, to make a difference in our communities, and to contribute to a more compassionate and just society. However, recognizing this power is just the first step. We must also be willing to act, to rise above complacency, and to engage meaningfully with the issues that confront us. This call to action is an invitation to awaken our senses to the struggles faced by those around us. It urges us to look beyond our personal concerns and to cultivate a spirit of empathy and solidarity. Whether it's addressing social injustices, combating environmental degradation, or lending a helping hand to those in need, our actions can resonate far beyond our immediate surroundings. Every small effort counts, and collective action can lead to significant transformations. Moreover, we are called to reflect on our values and the choices we make daily. Are we living in alignment with the principles that champion love, justice, and integrity? Each decision, whether in our personal lives, workplaces, or communities, presents an opportunity to embody these values. By consciously choosing to act with intention and purpose, we can create a ripple effect that inspires others to join us in the pursuit of a better world. As we respond to this call, it is vital to remember that we are not alone in our endeavors. We are part of a larger community, bound by shared aspirations and dreams. Together, we can amplify our voices, share our resources, and support one another in the fight for positive change. Let this be a moment of awakening, a time to harness our collective energy and commitment to action. The future is shaped by those who dare to take a stand, and now is our moment to rise up, to act with courage, and to embrace the transformative power of hope. Throughout history, countless stories have emerged, each carrying profound lessons that resonate with our shared human experience. These narratives, whether personal or collective, illustrate the resilience of the human spirit and the power of choice in shaping our lives. One such story is that of individuals who have faced adversity yet emerged stronger, embodying the essence of hope and perseverance. Consider the tale of a young girl who grew up in a war-torn country. Amidst the chaos and uncertainty, she found solace in education, viewing it as a beacon of hope. Despite the challenges she faced, including displacement and loss, she dedicated herself to her studies, often walking miles to attend classes. Her unwavering determination not only transformed her own life but inspired her community to value education as a pathway to peace and progress. This story teaches us that even in the darkest moments, the pursuit of knowledge and personal growth can ignite change. Another powerful lesson comes from the experiences of those who have fought against injustice. Take, for example, the civil rights activists who bravely stood up against systemic oppression. Their stories are filled with courage, sacrifice, and an unyielding belief in equality. They remind us that individual actions, when fueled by a collective vision, can challenge the status quo and create lasting change. The lessons from their struggles encourage us to confront injustices in our own lives, urging us to be advocates for those whose voices are often silenced. These specific stories illustrate that lessons are often birthed from hardship. They remind us that our experiences, no matter how challenging, can serve as catalysts for growth and empathy. By sharing and reflecting on these narratives, we not only honor the journeys of others but also find inspiration for our own paths. Each story holds a mirror to our lives, inviting us to examine our responses to adversity and our commitment to making a difference. Ultimately, they teach us that through resilience, courage, and compassion, we can navigate life's challenges and contribute to a more just and hopeful world.